Hey, what's up guys, it is your boy, I'm up here today bringing you another video today, and today guys, we're going to be reviewing, or I guess showcasing my boy Regulus. Finally got an awakening, he's out now. He is, without a doubt, one of the best attackers in the game currently. So, let's talk about him real quick. Now I want to say this real quick before I even start off this video, dude. I have to say this, I really do. If you have Regulus, but you do not have his true weapon, do not use him. Very little, you're gonna get very little out of him if you do. I'm not lying to you guys, that's just how it is. He's literally not good at all without his true weapon. His true weapon is what makes Regulus really strong. Without it, he wouldn't even, there's just no point in using him. So if you do not have his true weapon, I wouldn't even recommend awakening him, because out of the two, Fina and Regulus, of course, they both need their true weapon. Regulus really needs his true weapon in order for him to be really good. But apart from that, though, that's all I want to say. I just want to get that out there because the reason why this showcase took so long to come out is because, for one, he was not max LB, because I couldn't use his true weapon on because he wasn't max LB. He literally had to be max LB in order for you to equip his true weapon. So that's what took this so long. I do have his true weapon and all that, but yeah, here we go. So this is my boy Regulus. Of course, we have the duo here, him and Rags. We'll showcase them both in just a second, but let's get into this. So first ability is increased light elemental resistance by 30%. So he'll take 30% less damage from light elemental units. Also, he has dark elemental mastery level 3. Increase allies dark damage by 30% only once. Really good. His skill, which is Dragon Killer, 9-second cooldown, 1250 break, 2200% dark damage physical plus 5% lifesteal, pretty good. Shadow Sword Judgment, which is his art, 10,850% dark damage physical, increase all allies crit rate by 50% for 5 seconds, 2000 break, True Art, Deep Shadow Sword, Hades Emperor, 3800 break, 25,550% dark damage physical, increase all allies crit rate by 100% for 8 seconds, if enemy is light elemental damage, times 1.5. So if the enemy is a light enemy, then you do 1.5 times more damage to them. So it works out in the end, and it really helps you if you go up against a light enemy, because you get a huge damage buff. So that is Rags. That's Regulus. That is his abilities. Real quick too, his true weapon. Of course, his true weapon, when equipped by Regulus, increases crit damage by 50% and automatically increases art gauge. I think this is 3 arts a second. I may be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure it's 3 arts a second. So you get 3 art or 3 BE added to your art gauge every second. So really good. Now I want to say real quick too, before we even talk about anything else with his equipment, I want to really talk about his true weapon, because really that's the other thing with Regulus. That's like the other main thing about him, is you really need his true weapon, like I said in the beginning of the video, to make him him. So I want to talk about this real quick. So what does this do? This does a max enhancement, or max enhance. It gives you attack plus 500. The cooldown at max, I think, is like 55 seconds. I could be wrong about that. Break is 1000. His skill on this true weapon is 7000% dark damage magic, reduces enemies dark resistance by 50% for 10 seconds. And of course, he has the equipment, or the ability whenever he has the weapon equipped, because it's his true weapon. And then Dragon Killer level 5. Now, if you want me to give you some insight on this right here, 50% dark resistance down, to give you, to say it in the simplest terms possible, pretty much think of it, if you're using Regulus on a dark team, it makes your any dark damage, okay, any dark damage that you deal will hit 50% harder, because the boss is 50% less resistance to dark. And then this even goes further if Regulus is fighting a light boss and you use this too, so Regulus is going to get even a bigger buff. But that's pretty much the simple term of it, is that if you pop this against a boss, pretty much every dark damage dealer or dark unit or anything like that on your team that does dark damage will deal 50% more damage. That's like the simple version of it. Of course, there's a very more in-depth version of it, but I'm not going to get into that here. So yeah, that is Regulus' true weapon. Recommending it, max LBing it, and also max enhancing it. You really need this. You do. This right here, you may not think it is, but the 50% extra crit damage is huge. It helps Regulus out so much, and I recommend it. I really do. If you can get this, get him, because, or not get him, but yeah, get him too, but get the true weapon, man. You need his true weapon. He needs it so much, dude. He needs it so bad. So his physical attack slot that we have on him, we have Scissor Blade. Now I want to say real quick too is the Scissor Blade can be interchangeable for a lot of equipment, like always. You can use this magic sword right here from the Rags event. This will increase your damage by increase your attack by 15% if you want to use that on him. You can also use Gem of Rags if you don't have another unit on your team using Gem of Rags to give everybody 50% more art damage. You can use scissors on him, which is what I'm using, that does 30% more arts damage. You can use pretty much anything that is, you know, kind of meta or a really good, strong physical attack equip. I want to say real quick too is that I think the best equipment for him probably is maybe Snippety Snips. I think that's probably one of the best equipments you can put in his 5-star physical attack slot. So I recommend that if you have it. If not, then it's whatever. Now 4-star heal slot, this can be interchanged for a multitude of things as well. I'm using just the Empty Heart just because it does a lot of healing, and of course this isn't even maxed either. But yeah, it does a lot of healing, and yeah, I mean, you can change this out for whatever you need, because I know there's some 4-star equipment that like heals poison, heals paralyze, and all that other stuff. So if you're going up against a boss that has that, you may want to put that on your Regulus, because it may do wonders. And of course, everything else is what everybody else is using. So I want to say this real quick, is that, no lie, I'm going to say this right now. If you have, I just want to, well, this is kind of off topic, but it's still, Regulus is still a part of the team comp. Regulus, Rags, Mako, and Finn, or Regulus, Fina, Mako, and Finn, I'm almost positive that team comp, or those two team comps right there, could literally clear every content in the game this game has to offer right now. Maybe Plant Boss will give you a problem, but apart from that, like, I don't see that team really ever struggling. So if you have that team, you don't really have to summon for a while. So yeah, I want to say that because that's kind of like the god team, I guess, right now that people have been talking about. So what giant boss are we going to take them up against, OP? Well, we have a lot of giant bosses we can take them up against. I would say Trials of the Flame God, because I can just do the Awoken version and it's, you know, not too bad. And you know what? Yeah, I guess that's what I'll do. Well, let's do this because it's an Awoken version. I can do it really easy. I'm just going to use my own team with this. So, I'm going to tell y'all right now, I've been trying to record this video for 18 minutes and I'm pretty mad right now. I'm going to keep it a whole bean. It just doesn't seem like nothing wants to work for me today. So, like, literally what I mean by that is, like, I went into Flame God. I tried to do the Flame God. I was trying to, like, show off everything for... Or I went up against Ifrit, I guess, right? And I was trying to show off everything that Regulus can do, and then the boss freaking one-shotted me every single time because I was trying to show off everything Regulus could do. It just didn't work in the end, so it wasn't really all that. And then I tried to show off what Regulus could do against KOD, and then KOD just wanted to screw me over, and oh my god, it was terrible. It was freaking terrible. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go up against the god again, the dragon god, not in multiplayer. We're just going to go up against him in solo, and we're just going to use Corsair instead, and yeah, just so we have a safer option for him not to one-shot us, because it really helps whenever you have someone that can freeze against this boss. This is physical, right? Yeah, we need physical attack, but yeah, it was just so crazy, dude. Oh my goodness, like I was getting like so freaking heated because literally it's just I don't know why, but it's just one of those days where nothing wants to freaking work in my favor. Like what I mean by that is like this GS just doesn't want to work in my favor, and I really hope my audio isn't messing up. Okay, it seems like my audio is fine, so yeah, oh my goodness, dude, it's just one of those freaking days, and it was making me so freaking mad because like just nothing wanted to work. It was terrible. It wasn't even like Regulus or Rag, or it wasn't even the team comp's fault, man. It was just GS wanted to screw me over with like all these stupid boss mechanics and stuff. So it just happened, and it just was one of those days where it happened like that. But it's okay. It's okay. We're back. Also, I want to say real quick too is that I really love Regulus's sword. It's like I just love like edgelords and like swords that are like huge like that, especially if like an edgelord wields it. Like I wouldn't really call Sephiroth an edgelord, but like Sephiroth's huge Masamune Like, that thing is actually crazy. And then also Nightmare, like, you know, Nightmare's like, you know, King Edgelord, freaking, he has like a huge ass sword and stuff. You know, I really think Regulus reminds me of a lot of Nightmare. He really does, to be honest. I don't know if like you guys ever played Soul Calibur, but he reminds me a ton of Nightmare. I don't know, you guys can tell me if it does. So, what are we gonna do here? We're going to pop everything, and we're gonna see what happens. Alright. Let's see what happens. Okay, this. Okay, this two, this, and then this. And let's see if he died instantly. And did he die instantly? No, he didn't actually, did he? But Regulus should finish him off here, yeah. And then boom, that's yep. That's Regulus. So I don't know if you guys saw that. With Regulus, okay, I will say this, with Regulus, without him true arting, or not with him using his true weapon, his attacks, or using, you know, his skill on his true weapon, his attacks hit for 10k damage around that, without breaking the boss. Of course, breaking the boss, he'll probably hit a little bit harder. Without breaking the boss, he hits around like 10k damage per hit. It's a multi-hitting true art, so, you know, take that. I don't know how many times he hits in his true art. You guys can tell me in the comments, you know, how many times he hits, if you guys know. So it's like around 10k damage per hit. His also, factoring in his 50% damage buff, he hit for like what? I couldn't see the number actually. I think it was like what, like 18k, 16k, something like that. So definitely a pretty big increase. Regulus too, you know, showing off, did his thing as well. He took a huge chunk out of the boss's HP whenever he did it. I want to say this real quick too, is that you can crit with Regulus, well, not with Regulus, but Rags on your team. If Regulus is on your team, you can only do this with Regulus on your team, but with Rags on your team, it may be later on whenever Sunny comes out with Mako. Sunny and I think Mako, if you use their true arts at the same time, because Sunny does a arts damage buff, if I remember correctly, and then you pop every art damage and you try to increase the art damage as much as possible, you can get Rags, I think, to crit for 1.2 million, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, that'll be pretty fun. Apart from that though, guys, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. It was kind of a pain to make because it was just GS just wanted to screw me over, because I was trying to like really show off everything Rags could do. Like, I was really trying to break him down a little bit more to kind of show people why he's really good. Like, I used his normal art to kind of show like how he hit with his normal art. Then I used his true art like in the other runs to see how, you know, he hit with his true art without using his equipment. Then I used his true art to show you like how he hit with his equipment. And then, yeah, it just didn't work out because every time it was just like, oh, Ifrit, insta-kill. Oh, KOD, insta-faint, everybody. Or it goes invincible. You can't do damage. Sorry, OP. But it was okay. It's what it is. It is what it is. Apart from that, though, guys, been your boy OP. This was probably a little bit shorter, to be honest. After I edited it, it'll probably be a little bit shorter than my usual showcases. But that is Regulus in all of his glory. If you guys want to see more Regulus, of course, you guys can always come out to my streams. I'll be using Regulus any chance that I get, along with Rags and everyone else, you know, that I have. So if you guys ever want to just come out and just see more gameplay of Regulus, or, you know, ask me any more questions about him, you guys can always ask me in the Discord and all that other stuff. But apart from that, guys, it's been your boy OP. Hopefully I did enjoy it, and I'm out, guys. Peace.